trying to get used to where all the buttons are now on this thing. I moved my camera, if you haven't already figured that out. Aw. This thing does not like to start up when it is dark out and about 50 degrees without the choke. Let's just add a little bit of choke real quick. There we go. Add the choke after you start. Anyway, so yeah. I don't know why, but I really wanted to do some night riding. Actually, I really just wanted to do some riding because it took me forever to come up with this mount, believe it or not. You could probably see it in the shadows, but just cobbling together all the GoPro pieces, finding something that would mount there is a fucking pain. And I was going to wear like a hoodie over this, but I don't know. We're not going to do anything fast. So I've moved my mic a little bit as well. It's actually right next to my chin because the Senna, it'll pick up a vicinity of sound if that makes any sense. Like it'll pick up an area. So we'll have to try it and see what happens. I don't know. It may actually just catch the wind from the bottom, and I don't know what bothers you guys more. Just does it bother you to hear me breathe, or does it bother you to hear the wind noise? And I'm assuming the wind noise is going to be what bothers you more. But I don't know. So let me know. But I figured I'd talk about why I've been riding at midnight. That's nothing new to me. I just haven't had any days off in my, I'll say new position. I've had this same sort of hours since October. And by the way, this is almost the end of March, in case you're, for some reason, watching this a long time ago. I don't know. But anyways, I've always had these 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. hours since October. But I used to go riding and driving until like 4 in the morning anyways, so it really didn't matter. I don't know what it is, but just being in a vehicle of any kind, or being in control of it, has always been this passion I have. It really, it's hard to explain, but that's upshifting. We need to go down. I've been on bikes that will try to kill you at any instance, any moment they can get. RMX. But I've also been on bikes that are, you know, able to do 10 times the speed limit. And both of these bikes, both of these setups, they have their unique qualities. I haven't actually ridden a leader bike. I've ridden a 750, a CB 750. But the point is, it's not about what you ride. It's about getting out and riding. It's not about who has the biggest Harley. It's about the turtle in the wait a minute, what? What the fuck? Hang on. There's a fucking turtle in the road. That's what life's about, is finding turtles in the road. Fuck this curb. Let's see if we can find it again. Hang on. I swear to God, there was a fucking turtle here. Where is he? Is that him? Oh my God. No, that's a soccer ball. Damn it. Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Anyways. It's not about having a big Harley. It's not about whether or not you're a weekend warrior or have hair in your mouth for whatever reason right now. It's not about what you ride or anything else. It's about going out, having fun, and enjoying it. And frankly, honestly, if you get on a bike and you're not enjoying the ride, if you're getting on a bike and you're dreading where you're going, or you're dreading the ride, or you're just not having fun, get off the bike. Just, that's all there is to it. I mean, don't make yourself miserable because you feel you have to fulfill an image or something. Riding, by no means, when motorcycles were originally invented, they were, what the hell? When motorcycles were originally invented, there we go. I guess the trans fluid is still cold. When motorcycles were originally invented, they were designed as methods of alternative transportation to horses. They were designed to get you through really difficult terrain because at the time cars were pieces of shit with one-wheel drive, and they were also expensive, luxurious items that really didn't make any sense to own. And then when cars actually started becoming reliable and had a working differential and better control systems that they could and roads started becoming better, motorcycles became the luxurious entertainment item. And to this very day they are. I mean, you see me riding a fucking Enduro right now, dual sport. This dual sport has literally no purpose for anybody unless you live in the fucking mountains or something, someplace where there's no civilization. This bike is literally just a gimmick. And I know that. I have people all the time tell me, my own dad, for example, my car's in storage right now because I had to get my friend's truck out of storage. And he'll sit there and tell me to go get it because the weather might be bad. I don't give a shit what the weather is. It's not... I don't ride because I want to look like a teenager who can show off. I really... My very, very first bike I had built just to get around as a method of transportation, and I had been riding bicycles in general pretty much since I could walk. Apparently, my parents tell me I've been doing it actually before then. And so, for me, any excuse I can have to get on the road on two wheels versus four or three or whatever the case may be is a valid excuse to get out there. I don't care what time it is or anything else. I'll ride this thing to work if it's 20 degrees. I've done it. And that was before I actually had like any sort of thing close to a riding jacket. So you should probably buy one if you're going to do something like that. But anyways, it's because I just enjoy, I don't know what it is, but it's a passion for me. Riding and motorcycles in general is just a passion. Whataburger's open 24/7, I didn't know. It's just a general passion for me. And vlogging in general, I've never been big about. In fact, blogging, not just vlogging, but blogging, I've never been big about. It wasn't something I ever thought I'd get into, but I had bought a GoPro because of I got a lamp as a graduating contest thing. Like everybody else got GoPros and PS4s and shit like that, and I felt, well, what the fuck? I might as well go get one, you know. Enjoy my fucking summer, I guess. And so I had bought the GoPro 3 Silver, and actually, fuck it, we're not turning there. And I don't even know why I did it, but I started recording just shit. Like, I would take my tracker up ridiculous terrain and nearly flip the thing, and the very first thing I did with my GoPro was I chucked it in a pool. Don't ask me why, it's just what I do, you know. I figured it's GoPro. And it's the very same GoPro on the side of my helmet right now, so it must have worked. Hello, darkness, my old... So, you know, I've always wanted to film, but I never really wanted to vlog. I just didn't see myself doing it. And I found Jake very, very early on in my motorcycle life. Like, I think I still had my very first motorcycle. And I saw, you know, you can still be a dumbass and record it, but then you can also, like, talk about it, and people enjoy it. And I thought to myself, I was like, well, I love making people happy and laugh and shit like that, and I'm a fucking dumbass. I don't know shit about anything. So why don't I fucking try this? Why don't I save up, get a Senna? You know, I think at the time I didn't even have, like, a proper motorcycle, so I was like, let's get something. I ended up buying Tyler's bike. And I kept trying to record stuff and trying to come up with audio solutions, because at the time I couldn't afford a Senna. I didn't even know what the fuck a Senna was at the time. I couldn't afford that setup, and so I kept, you know, seeing what I could do. I kept getting better and better and better until finally I got the Senna, and I said, all right, let's try this. And that's when my GoPro stopped working right. No, I'm kidding. It works fine. It's very rare I have issues with this thing. But when I do, it's usually the best vlog I've ever done. And so I started putting the two together, and I realized it gave me an excuse, because you really got to keep up with your videos. It gave me an excuse to keep riding as much as I possibly could. Just to try, I will literally go out after work and ride 7 or 8 hours straight just to produce one video. It may be 1 or 2 videos, but usually it's only 10 minutes worth of like actual good material. And that's probably going to increase now that the camera's at the right angle, and I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to figure out where it's sitting, and I can see it's recording and things like that. But we'll see. That may not. I thought that cop was still behind me. How strange. But I started noticing, you know, that people really enjoyed what I was doing, and of course, it gave me an excuse to get better at riding, come up with ways to be stupider on the bike, just basically be who I am. And of course, my girlfriend, she cannot stand it when I'm not who I am. When I try to act like a normal human being, she hates that. So, the very first person I have look at my videos is usually my girlfriend, because she's probably the best person to identify whether or not there's enough hoon in the video. So, you know, there's that. But just having an actual legitimate excuse to go ride at 12 o'clock at night, that's kind of big for me, you know. My parents are used to me getting home at 3 or 4 in the morning, or leaving at 3 or 4 in the morning, depending on what day it is. But I don't think they really know. I never really had a reason, because for the longest time, even though when I was in my car I would try to record, but it doesn't work as well when you're in your car, in my car anyways, because I didn't have the GoPro facing the direction of the road, so the lighting's absolute shit. Which I expect it to be in this video. I do not expect the lighting to be spectacular or anything. I'm using a motorcycle headlight, basically. But basically, what ended up happening was when Jake did his Cars and Coffee video and said, "Hey guys, come and meet me," and I thought to myself, well, shit, I'm a ridiculously new channel, you know, I'm going to bring a 2-stroke, and what I thought at the time was going to annoy everybody but be funny to me, ended up, you know, being my trademark is that I ride 2-strokes. Well, I don't always ride 2-strokes, everyone seems to forget that. In fact, I tend to ride 4-strokes more than 2-strokes just because they're readily available to me. It's not very often I have a street legal 2-stroke. In fact, I think we're working on my 7th or 8th bike, and actually, no, the bike I'm going to be building is a 2-stroke. Nothing special, it's a little pocket bike, basically, but it's street legal, so, you know. But only about 3 of those, if you count the one that I'm going to be working on, are a 2-stroke. So, you know, a little bit less than half the bikes, and let's see, only one of those was actually designed to be on this road, and that one's actually in storage right now because I don't have time to fix it. Yet somehow I have time for a project. Well, the difference is one, I have time to fix because it basically won't cost me any money to fix because I know how to fix it. It's basically a weed eater engine. And the other one, I don't have time to fix because I have no idea what the fuck happened to it. It runs and drives still, but God, it smokes worse than fucking Thomas the Tank Engine. So, you know. But the other reason I tend to ride 4-strokes is just because, like I said, they are readily available, but they do tend to sometimes be quieter from the factory and a little bit more civilized, so you can ride at midnight. That's not always the case. They do run colder sometimes, though, so it is a little bit annoying when it's cold out. But anyways, so, you know, when Jake, when I brought the 2-stroke there, I was expecting to annoy the shit out of everyone, but, you know, laugh my ass off about it and not give a shit. And what ended up happening was everybody pretty much fucking decided that I was a nut job and that, you know, I could basically, that I was a nut job and really deserved, I don't want to say that. I'm trying to think of how to word it without saying deserved, but needed more recognition. Let's just say that. And I got people started checking out the channel, trying to figure out who the fuck I was. And aside from the remarks about my shitty camera angle, which I was already aware of, it got so bad in the last video I gave up and just made the new mount. Let's see, other people started liking it, and the problem I have is I can be a perfectionist sometimes, in that, like, I could make what is probably the best thing in the world that I've ever made, and to me it might still look like shit. So I very heavily rely on everybody else to tell me how I'm doing, because I have no idea. I mean, I built a computer, for example, which is now dying. I'm trying to work on saving up to fix that thing. A couple years back, that was number 323 out of 500 most powerful home-built supercomputers in the world. And I still didn't think that was a very big accomplishment in my book, but it is, I guess. And by the way, that thing is kind of the key to editing videos right now. So, if you're wondering where my money's going right now, it's going towards a rebuild of that machine because I need it. What is this? Oh, okay. Speed bump. We could deal with that. I thought it was a hole. Hee hee hee, the light. So yeah. That's pretty much where our money's going. And I started up the fan funding thing on YouTube. So that money for right now, as of this video, is going straight towards fixing my computer, because I really need to post a video showing how bad it is, but it literally takes 6 to 8 attempts on a good day to start it, and you're lucky if you can get a video done then. When you do get to editing a video, it can render almost in real time. It's ridiculous, you know, it can render 1080p in fucking damn near 30 frames per second. So an 8-minute video takes, at the most, 16 minutes to render when it works right. And the new rebuild, it should actually take probably half that. Ooh, what's down here? Oh shit, wait a minute. That's not a road. And it's kind of dark out and midnight, so I don't really want to just go places I don't know. I mean, I know where I am, because if you recognize this, you've probably seen it on Jake's channel, but this is actually where Tyler used to work. I'm not trespassing if I'm just riding through, right? Good, because I don't care. So, you know, as far as the quality of my video and everything else goes, if you guys think it's good, do me a favor and fucking tell me, because like I just said, I have no idea most of the time.